Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Gamecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Kirkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. Live on Twitch, Tuesday nights at 8 Eastern. I just said it in the movie cast. I say it now. YouTube's got all the content, though, as well, so be sure to subscribe to both channels. That way you know when we go live or when we post. All right. Gamecast, folks. What have we been up to? Bond is this week, Mike. Excited?
It's now if you pre-ordered.
I did pre-order.
Yeah.
I didn't get it yet.
I think it's probably there if you look or.
I didn't
yeah.
preload it. This is a physical game I ordered.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
This was the game. This is the GameStop fiasco that I ran into of not being able to use my coupons. So
No, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for James Bond to save me from my Crimson Desert hostage situation. But
yeah,
I love how you describe those games you play.
he's so,
It's so I'm so
hate
excited to
play.
play this game.
you hate playing.
it's the thing is though I've still been playing that. I'm at over 200 hours now. Um, and I still think I'm going to play it some more in between. The thing is about it, like I don't like to play multiple story games at the same time. Like
Yeah.
Crimson Desert isn't really a story game at the end of the day. The story is so, like, it forgets what just happened, so you don't need to keep track of it. So it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
So because I'm in the last chapter of the story, but that doesn't really end the game. And while that's like story-wise, I'm almost ending game. There's still I'm like not even close as far as like a lot of gear, my like farming, my camp, my exploration even. So I don't feel like I'm done with that game, even though I'm also like not like super itching to see like, oh, what happens next, because it just isn't really
Do
that quite
enemies even
that
matter
kind
at this
of game.
point?
Does what matter?
Enemies.
Enemies, bosses do. When you find a boss, they can still do something. Although I'm still pretty over leveled for most of the bosses I come across, but they'll get me down once, and then I'll use a Palmer pill, which revives you. You can really over prepare and make it everything not a real threat in this game, but um, it just feeds into itself a lot. But I am still going to jump into probably First Light as soon as I can because that's been my most anticipated game of this year, and it's reviewing pretty well.
Yeah, it
Right.
looks good. Like I said, I'm excited to get that myself. So hoping to finish my game. But Mike, what else have you been playing this besides Crimson Desert? Is that it? Pretty much.
That's it. I played a new Jackbox 9,
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I don't even remember, but it was fine. They're all
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always good. I haven't played one
I
of those
did
in a while.
see James Bond was running on a Steam Deck. I'm curious how it would run.
There you go. I mean, that's on handheld or docked?
The guy had it handheld, but
Oh well.
I don't know. Like I said,
No, but
see how it goes.
no,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
I'm
it
looking.
matters if it's docked or not.
Right.
Nope.
I mean,
That changes.
this is big.
Yeah.
It's big for me because to me, like James Bond is equally, or if not more, a video game franchise for me than a movie franchise. Because I played all those games back in the day. There used to be good James Bond games pretty frequently. You had, obviously GoldenEye. The World Is Not Enough was okay. And then Nightfire, everyone loves. Agent Under Fire. Then Everything or Nothing is one of my favorites as well. So there was a lot. So I'm excited to see it hopefully return to form, which it looks like people like this one. So
Yeah,
looking
I just went to
looks-
Steam. First review is tested on Steam Deck. Short version, set at 30 frames per second on low, medium settings, and it runs great. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
That's more. See, there you go.
That
That
makes
Steam Deck
me
is impressive.
might get it then.
Yeah. So hopefully I have that soon. I'm trying to finish up. I'm not finishing up. I have Lego Batman: The Legacy of the Dark Knight. I got that
Right.
game. I did get that digitally, so I got it early at least. Got to play it last week, starting on I got it Wednesday. I didn't get it Tuesday, but man, guys, I am not kidding you when I tell you they made a great Arkham game. It's a great Arkham game. So they actually have somehow managed to intertwine like any Batman story you can think of, intertwined into their own story. Like each chapter, you play kind of a different. I'm on
Highlights
chapter
from
4
all
now.
the different Batmans.
Yeah. So, like for instance, you have like you have the Ra's al Ghul training sequence from Batman Begins. I'm just giving you some examples. You have the Penguin from Batman Returns. They have the famous Joker sequence for the museum, which was online. You guys can view that video with the Prince music playing the whole time, which cannot be cheap. But they got the song in there, and it's just awesome to play that level with that music playing.
Yeah, Lego, man.
And
Lego does stuff with
what's
rights.
that?
I don't know. Lego does some magic tricks with rights holders. I don't know what they do, but they
I don't
do it.
know, but they also have the full intro of Batman the Animated Series in this game.
Nice.
It is unbelievable how they recreated that in Lego. It is awesome, and I will say that the Riddler puzzles they start off really easy and they start getting a little more challenging. They're probably not as challenging as the Arkham City games, Arkham City game was, but they're pretty good. The combat wise, it's punch punch counter just like it was in the Arkham games, and there's still there's a dodge button that you have to time just right to get away from brute characters and shielded characters and sword characters that's twirl and people that shoot at you with guns. It's the same timing. It's the same combat. If you know Arkham, you can play this game no problem. They've done a great job recreating that. Traversal is amazing. You can glide across the city if you want to. You can fast travel, which is great. And you can drive the Batmobiles if you want to. Any one that you want, pretty much, in existence. Right now I'm in the Batman the Animated. I try to coordinate my suits with the theme. There was like 66 Batman, the Adam West one. I just played like a little.
Is this like a
What's that?
Batverse then?
It's yeah. I mean, it's every story you can think of, but it's cohesive. It works in the story. It's unbelievable. It's like you flow. Like the prologue, which is the training. That's why I don't mind mentioning that's the beginning of the game. It's like a Ra's al Ghul sequence, but they change it. Like Talia's in it.
But like I'm saying, like are there multiple Batman?
No, you're the same Batman. You just wear different suits.
Okay,
that's all. Same Batman.
And you're jumping from Begins, like Nolan Batman.
You're moving
Batman.
Along. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and they do a good job with intertwining the story with their own stuff mixed into it, but just to make it work, because you're like.
Did they actually reference the old Lego Batman? Like from like a movie?
No, I haven't gotten a reference for that yet. So I've been getting
Batman in this.
Yes, you start off with that. There's a penguin sequence.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
I will be. I mean, I'll probably check this out a little later. Now, but I hope there is a reference to how much everyone hated the Bat Tank. If it does that, then I will be impressed by its tongue-in-cheek references, because I hear there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So that's what I'm looking for, a Arkham Knight Bat Tank criticism reference.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one, so you use your Lego bricks to buy the cars or outfits and stuff like that.
Arkham Knight, I'd be happy. It's like, yeah, totally. Yeah. This isn't Red Hood at all.
Well, that's the funny part. Like, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but there's every villain you can think of in this game, and it somehow intertwines origins.
Uh-oh.
You lost your Jim.
Uh-oh.
The Joker got him.
Yeah. It's like, we're talking too much about it.
But anyway, yeah, it sounds good. I probably am going to have to get this game, even though I was a little resistant to it earlier on, just because I played older Lego games and have found them kind of.
I mean, based on what Jim's saying, it doesn't sound like a Lego game at all anymore, because the Lego game combat was all like really
janky,
not good. Yeah. And then the multiplayer part of it was not good.
I mean, they're for kids, that's the. But exactly. I mean, this one sounds like maybe trying to bridge the gap a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I am curious about how well it'll work with my 4-year-old in co-op if I do get this, because
does it have co-op?
Yeah.
I think it's all co-op.
Yeah.
Co-op accessible, right? The whole thing is co-op.
Yeah, because you actually use your other characters to unlock the areas of the stages, so it's kind of like you work together.
Is it kind of like that, like Tales co-op, where you didn't really like?
No, they actually have combat.
But you still got to play.
Because I can switch between the characters and you have the same combat. So it's dodging, it's countering.
There are games like where it's like, okay, we can let your kid play. He doesn't really do much, but he's still participating.
Yeah.
He's Cappy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's probably more like the traditional Lego game where you need the other person's like unique abilities to
Pull
open
this
shit
lever and
yes, that's still part of the
Which-
game. Yeah.
which I don't particularly like, but it's fine.
It's cool though when they put it into like actual like yeah, in a puzzle it's very straightforward, but when they put it into the actual traversal of the level, like it's really cool how they do that. You have to mix both of them together, and you have to sometimes call in other characters, which is just changing who's with you, to get their power up for that section, and you know what I mean. So it's like it's really cool. They've done a great job with this game. I can't say enough about it. I mean, it's not going to be super long. I'm sure it's not as in depth, but for a
It's
Lego
probably
game,
longer than you think, like the last 3 games you played, Jim.
yeah. I mean, I'm 10 hours into this already. So I'm on chapter 4, and I think I'm 2/3 of the way through the game. I think. But in terms of the exploration of the city, there's a ton to do still. I have tons of Riddler stuff. I have tons of, I have tons of stuff to do. Like the one area is at 2% complete. They give you every section of the city is like you get percentages. So, again, they modeled it quite amount of based on Arkham, which is why they worked with Rocksteady quite a bit. So, impressed with it. Very happy I picked it up.
I'm glad there's still anyone at Rocksteady that knows what Arkham is.
Yeah, that's true. If anything, this really reinforces me wanting to get some new content from them with this universe, or old one
hey,
remastered.
It's good WB has one game that they've put out for their properties.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Marvel's doing like 2 to 3 a year. So
yeah, and good stuff. So okay, we're gonna Wolverine. Anyways, Tony, what have you been playing?
a couple smaller games this week. Some online friends strong-armed me into getting a friend slot game called Gamble with Friends, where it's kind of like Repo or what was it, the company game that Lethal Company that came out during the pandemic.
yeah.
Where it's like cooperatively you go and you're trying to hit a certain quota through gambling and winning. So you go to a casino and there's different mini games you can play and stuff, and you have to win enough to survive to the next day. And it's just so janky. And I'm just like, it was only $8, but still I'm just like, this is so fucking janky. Like, this should just be a free-to-play game, and not to minimize anybody working on, indie stuff, but it's just so janky. And I'm like, all right. And at least with those other games, there's some skill component because you have to like learn enemy patterns. You have to avoid enemies, beat the clock, whatever. But in this, it just feels so rigged, like a casino, because literally the AI can be like, you know what, you're on a losing streak. You're not going to win any money. So it's just kind of goofy, silly, whatever. Some people just didn't want to play some other games, so that's that. But I started Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which is the 2D retro one, and that is fantastic. I think .emu worked on that.
I heard that was really good. Yeah, I heard that was excellent.
It's really good. It's pretty challenging too. So
yeah, Ninja Gaiden usually is.
Yeah, the 2D Ninja Gaidens is. They do the thing too, where it's like, oh, as you make a jump, a flying enemy might appear, and this is like, okay, got to get ready for to counterattack and whatnot. But that's been pretty fun so far. It's not too long either. I think I'm already on the second to last chapter, so should be done with that this week. And then also there is another indie game that I got wind of called Rogue Flight. Came out I think like a year or two ago, and it's like this on-rail shooter cross like retro anime-ish. So like think of like Star Fox, just no like anthropomorphic animal characters, just like anime whatever aesthetics, where it's like people are talking to you and you see their thing. It's pretty fun. Getting ready for the Star Fox stuff. It doesn't play like 1-to-1. You can do barrel rolls, and there are maneuvers on the right thumbstick where like press up to boost, back to slow down, and if you hit the side to side thing, you do this cool thing where you whip your ship around and fire the jet, so like it becomes kind of like a damaging line attack, so you can like combo into like waves of enemies. It's only like $4 or something, but yeah, pretty fun. Get a couple hours out of that, so that's what I've been up to.
Nice, cool. Corey?
More Borderlands, man. Oh man,
It
I
never
am
stops.
deep. I'm
It
deep
never
into it now. Like I'm level
Now?
60. Like I'm saying, like as of now, and yesterday and the day before and the last week, it's
Yeah.
current. It's a current like thing. They got me. So yeah, level 60 cash. So excited to dive into the new content that's coming. Like I think I mentioned last week, they got stuff coming this week. So a new raid, some more weapons to farm. I've been farming this one boss for because like they have the pearlescent rarity now, which is the top tier rarity, and I have to have killed this guy like more than 100 times, and I've not gotten one to drop yet. So it's been
Ah,
You're
been
owed.
nuts.
You're due.
you're after
Yeah.
that loot. Yeah, you're after that loot farming.
And it's not even like a great gun because like I got the gun that
I
I
just
wanted
want
from
it.
him, but
I
I
just
know
want
he has it, and I haven't gotten the god roll for the other weapon, so it's like gotta do it. Gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Why? Would you even use it if you got it?
No,
No.
I just need it. I just need it for the collection.
He's a collector. God, he's this is him.
Can you
This
at
is
least show off
Borderlands.
your collection? Like, or is it just like I
No.
know I
You
got
know,
this?
do what I
So.
would love if they did, because they now that they've done this, they have this like machine that you go to and you pay money. Money really doesn't matter anymore at this point because you have so much. You pay money and then it unlocks the boss, so you can just rerun it without having to save quit because you used to have to save quit all the time
Yeah.
to just respawn the boss. This lets you respawn it. I would love for them to just have a counter of how many times you've used the machine. That would just be, I would love to know because I got lost count a few times. I was keeping track. I was like, all right, I've done 10 runs. It's been what, like,
Corey, do you really
15
want to know?
minutes.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I'd
I
like to
kind of
know. I
curious.
want to
I
know the
want to see
stats. Yeah.
other thing is I want to see other people and how many times they've done it, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm curious too. Some of these streamers and things. So
Yep.
that would be
So-
interesting. But they do have that raid boss coming on Thursday. So yeah, Thursday because the thing is the 28th. So they drop it they do their updates Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep, and then they got more content coming next month as well. So they're still keeping at it, and then we know we're getting another story pack and another bounty hunter. So or vault hunter.
Vault Hunter. Yeah. It's good. Keeps Corey occupied because his other game is dead. Destiny
We'll
2,
get
folks.
to. Are we going
well,
that right now?
We'll get right into it. Let's
Oh my
go.
gosh.
Let's go. News.
Okay. Let's
Destiny
go.
2. Let's kick it off. So, Destiny 2, unfortunately, is going to have its last content dropped on June 9th, I want to
Yeah.
say. Yeah, that'll be it. And that's the end of its support. Well, not support, but new
That's
releases.
the last new content you'll get,
Yeah.
and then they're basically winding down Destiny as a game,
End
and
of an
there's no
era.
plans for Destiny 3 at
What?
the moment.
None.
What?
No.
No.
Certainly that must
way.
mean they were going to make a Destiny 3, right? That's why they're winding it
Whoa.
down.
No way.
So there's this streamer that I used to watch all the time, who's like Destiny's this thing. He went on a rant, man. Like he's great. And he was basically like, you know what? We got Marathon, and I played Marathon, but I will fucking kill Marathon. I will do whatever it takes to get my Destiny back. He's like, fuck Marathon, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Sucks for that game. 'cause,
He was
yeah,
like,
people are gonna
I
have that
know
hate
this
for
could
it
hurt my
immediately.
reputation, but I will like just everyone stop playing Marathon. I was like, wow, dude. It's like,
Yeah. I've seen a couple streamers mention that. Yeah, so it's actually even worse news. So you posted that Bloomberg article, Tony, right? It's like
Yeah.
going to result in layoffs,
Yeah.
essentially.
well,
or result-
Significant layoffs.
yeah.
significant for Bungie. Yeah, and like this whole ordeal, like there's that, and then there's also the fact that the leadership didn't tell anybody that it was happening.
Because the leadership's shit.
That's what I've been saying for like a decade, dude. Like on this podcast, I've been saying like Bungie leadership doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
I mean, how did we not know they didn't know what they're doing when they're like, we're gonna buy, like Microsoft's gonna buy us, then we want out of this because we don't want to be corporate owned, so we're gonna go sign a 10-year contract with Activision instead, and then get all of our shit leaked and in some lawsuits and everybody knows what we're planning. And then like, oh, we want to get out of this. We're gonna buy ourselves back so we can be independent. But wait a second, Sony's showing us the money, so yeah, let's go over there. They had no idea what they're doing, and it stinks because Destiny is one of the better communities. They had a great community.
I feel bad
Was
for.
there anything left after Final Shape though? Felt like it was essentially done, dead in the water already.
There was still stuff, and there's still content, like new content and story
Right,
stuff
but
and things
was
coming. But
anyone playing it?
yeah, there's people playing it.
Okay.
Like it's still like
It's
a
still got
lot of
user
people's
base, yeah.
main game.
He's doing
Yeah,
better.
But
than
they got
they're
the
pushing
Twitch streamers doing
Marathon.
it.
the best
Yeah.
month.
Like
They're going
I
all in
bet
on
you was
Marathon.
doing better than Marathon was.
I don't know about
it
that.
is.
It was the numbers.
There
were.
was. So, yeah, it's bad news. Like I said, bad leadership. I mean, they're not going to lose their jobs. It's the other employees of the company that lose
I
their
don't
jobs
care
too.
though. Even if they lost their
Yeah,
job, they
just-
get more money like than these developers would see in a lifetime.
Well, yeah. What was his name? The old CEO. Was it Pete? Pete
Parsons.
Larson's? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, he bought like all these vintage cars and shit. And it's like, you taking care of your people, bro? Like, I know you're making Destiny money, but I don't think it's that much. Or you can, have millions of dollars of vintage cars and your employees are suffering and crushing themselves to death and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
No,
no, fuck.
it's disappointing.
I feel bad
And
for
I
the
mean-
players. I
yeah.
feel bad for most of the rank and file developers at Bungie, but fuck Bungie as a corporation. Fuck their executive leadership, their upper management. They failed you multiple times. And honestly, this is just the check's due. The check is due. You have somehow survived a decade of Destiny content by making and taking money from Activision Blizzard, from Sony. But that's it. You're all out. And
Yeah.
with the shit that the economy is in right now, where loans aren't free and the interest rates are high, nobody's going to invest in you. Nobody's going to bail you out of this anymore. And unfortunately, it's going to lead to like half the studio closing down.
Yeah. And then they're trying to focus on Marathon now, but you also don't need that many people working on a game that hardly has anybody playing it anyways. So,
Yeah.
It was fun. I think the drops from Xur this past week after the news came out was a slight dig at what happened. Also,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think they had to have done that on purpose.
but yeah.
But yeah, I said.
I mean, it
said
reminds me-
Marathon was going to kill Bungie.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
it.
Well, they're definitely
Well,
killing,
Destiny so far.
killing
Yep.
themselves.
Well,
I
there's
mean,
no,
also we
there's no
had
way Marathon is going to be, because here's the thing, we know that according to Jason Schreier, they pitched Destiny 3 years ago, and Sony just flat out said no, right?
Yeah.
It is way too much money to get you guys to do this fucking live content shit anymore. So they're not even that to me.
That's what Sony wanted. Sony wants
right.
live content
Well,
too.
hold on.
Yeah.
So yes, they do want that, but they paid $4 billion or whatever, $5 billion, whatever it was, and they had to devalue them like $1 billion.
Yeah.
So they said, you guys are no longer worth the price we bought you for anymore. Therefore, we lost confidence in you as a studio. So we're not going to give you the budgets that you're asking for, because why would you? If they weren't making the money to support Destiny 2, why would you greenlight Destiny 3? That's going to be a bare minimum of 5 years out, right? Again, I always talk about this. By the time you an executive at Sony or whoever, Nintendo, Microsoft, signs that line, it's a bare minimum of 5 years before something gets pumped out, right?
Well, you had that. Yeah. I mean, to coincide the news, you had the Schreier comment also about Naughty Dog,
Yeah.
where he had said that Sony's not happy with that studio. I mean, he clarified a little bit, but it's more like a common sense. It's more of a common sense statement.
He did, and that's the thing, because when this was all announced, there was a lot of people on all sides getting pretty heated up, right? And somebody was like, well, why is Sony okay? It is not okay with this, but they're okay with Naughty Dog taking so long to get up their next game. And Jason Schreier tweeted back and said, they're not okay with that, right? And it's like, well, I don't think he meant to specifically call out Naughty Dog, but again, this just wraps into my whole thing of this generation for Sony, where they just have so few and far between, like, the games that made them successful, right?
Yeah.
Like between the PS3 and the PS4, right? You could argue like stuff like Infamous or Resistance or whatever was like mostly hit or miss. But I think for PS4 they generally nailed it out of the park, and PS5 is just like crickets. It's just a graveyard of
they
live
used to be
service
able
games.
to get games out every
Yes.
few years,
Yes.
right? I mean, like
Yeah.
we had
It's 'cause games have
Uncharted
gotten
1,
too
2,
fucking
3,
big.
like
Yes.
all in the same system, right?
Yeah.
Like, games have gotten too big. You know, I'm very happy to hear James Bond's main story is like 15 hours. I mean, that's perfect. I don't need a 100-hour game for this. It's a great movie game. Like, I don't need 100 hours. Yeah, it's concise budget. That Hitman group was always very good. To give that studio credit because they were always very good at low budget stuff with
Yeah.
their Hitman games. Um, Sony's budgets have blown up too high. That's the problem. Like Intergalactic for Naughty Dog, right? Has to hit. Like it has to hit. Or that studio is going to also do this. There's no chance. They don't have any grace period because they burned it because of all the years all the money they've spent now and the years they're developing this game. That game has to hit or they're going to have the same problem.
Well, also they're not going to make any money continually through this
Right,
game,
it's
right?
not a
Because it's not a
service game.
multiplayer.
Well,
it's not
that's
a
the other
live
problem.
service
But
game.
They'll find
it's
ways.
the budget's huge. And how long has it been in development? They haven't given Sony
We
a
don't know.
game.
We don't know.
Yeah, they haven't given
No.
Sony a game since what? How many years ago?
Last of Us 2 was in
Last of Us
2020.
2, right?
Was it 2020? I thought it was like 2019, 2018.
I know it was
Before that,
COVID
right?
times. I just forget if it was 2019 or 2020.
Maybe it was 2020, COVID times.
I wanna
So it's
feel
been
it's
6
2020.
years. It's been 6 years since we've gotten something from them.
It's definitely not coming out this year.
And yeah, and it's not coming
They
this
would be
year. No chance.
advertising by now already.
Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god, no. Yeah.
So it's going to be at least 7 year development cycle, at
Right.
least.
Not to mention they pissed away probably what 6 years development on factions or whatever it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that Bungie
That's-
convinced them not to, right? And here you go, Bungie trying to do 2 service games at the same time. It's like, what the fuck are you thinking, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
but,
mean,
you know,
Yeah,
it's-
2020 was June 19th, 2020 for last.
2020.
yeah. So
Yeah.
6
So,
years. Something
all
like
All that said, the state of play, this is going to be before our next podcast that same day. So, what do we think is going to happen in it? Do we
Well,
think
it's
we're going to get?
Wolverine.
Well,
It's
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, I know that. We know
It's the
Wolverine.
first 45 minutes or something like that, right? It's supposed to be a very long one.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, they said they would talk more about it in spring, and it's only like literally spring still, but it's after Memorial Day. But do you think you're gonna get an intergalactic release date? I think it's
No,
supposed
no.
to be in it.
No, we'll get a
Nope.
year. They'll say 2027. That's the best we're gonna get.
You
I
might
don't
get
even think
Target
they
Zone.
are they even
You might
talk
get
about
Summer.
intergalactic.
I think they're
so.
supposed to talk about it. I saw it in like
I
some.
think they're supposed to have it.
They
yeah.
are making a big
But
deal
I-
out of it because you can actually go to some theaters and watch this state of
Yeah.
play.
They
Yeah,
really
they
want
are.
to make it huge. Yeah.
Well, they
Oh,
have
wow.
to. Wolverine was I was going back and forth between James Bond and Wolverine as my most anticipated of this year. I'm still a little worried about it because
Well, we haven't seen
just
anything
all
of it.
budget stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's been so
I get it.
long.
That's why I said, I
Yeah,
was like,
so
how's
I-
the gameplay? They didn't show us any of the gameplay in the last
Yeah.
last time they talked about it. I was like, okay, cool, but what do you do?
And we're going to get that without a doubt here.
Well, we
Needs
have
be
to.
big,
So you're-
needs to be-
It's running out. Time is running out, bud. We got like 4 months,
Yeah.
5 months left till release date.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out September, right?
Yeah.
So everything they did make the statement that everything they're showing during this will be out by fall of 2027. So I think there's your intergalactic
Okay.
window right there.
Remember when
Intergalactic
Xbox was like
window.
everything we're showing is coming out
The
this
next
year,
12
and
months,
Silk
next
Song
12
was
months,
there.
Yeah. There was a statement they made like everything
Yeah,
shown will be in
sure.
this year and then at midway
In
or
the next
I thought they
6
said
months,
fall.
everything you'll
Yeah.
see here will be.
No, but I do
But
think
then there's always delays.
I do think this is going to be a big show for them in terms of at least showing off stuff. Because again, like my criticism is just, I think this generation has been really boring for Sony from a first party perspective.
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
everyone has to agree
Yeah.
with that, but at least for me, I'm just like, okay,
think so.
there's been very few surprises. But I think now is the time they need to show Intergalactic. They need to show whatever the next God of War game is, even though it's probably with
Wait, is out.
what's the Frey?
Faye.
Freya.
Faye, yeah. They
Oh
need to
yeah,
show
Faye.
that.
Yeah, Faye. Sorry, Faye. Faye.
You know,
Yeah.
at least those 2 games. They need to show them off
Mm.
because
I mean, honestly, like they're due for a platformer. We'll get a platformer. We're gonna get a platformer, whether
Why?
that be Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank, or I think we get a platformer. I'm gonna make.
They don't-
Remember I said it. Remember I said it.
Ratchet and Clank. Who makes Ratchet and Clank?
I thought they did it. That's theirs. Am I
No,
wrong?
I know. Who
Insomniac?
makes it though?
Oh yeah,
Insomniac.
they can't. They don't really have
Yeah,
the time. But
a
that doesn't
little
mean that
busy.
another studio couldn't be making it. So
They
I
can
forgot who
do
made
it.
that. You're
One
right.
game. And
God, they made that game. Yeah,
Yeah, that's done. No,
Why you never
maybe.
see another Jack and Dexter?
Yeah, who made that? Jim.
yeah, that's Naughty Dog as well.
No,
Oh.
no, Astrobot. That's your only chance.
Yeah.
For a new
I think you get
Astrobot.
a platformer.
The-
What was
think so.
it was Sly Cooper? Sly Cooper was the one that launched on the system, right?
Bubsy, or what's his
What
name?
was the game that
Bubsy?
launched with the PS5 with the loading times and everything like that? That was
That was
Ratchet
like
and Clank had a
Ratchet and
game.
Clank.
I thought.
That's Ratchet and Clank. That's what I'm saying. They're going to be a sequel to. I think we'll get a platformer. I thought it was Ratchet and Clank. I think we do. I just not being worked on by Naughty Dog. Clearly.
Okay, so they're not working on
They have their
Spider-Man
own-
3.
Insomniac.
Huh?
So
Insomniac.
they're made by Insomniac. Ratchet and Clank is made by
Yeah.
Insomniac.
And that's the other problem.
We
'cause
know
I
that they
also think
work
we're going to get.
on Wolverine and most likely Spider-Man 3 or Venom, whatever the next Spider.
Maybe even
Well-
a Venom game. Yes.
But I also heard that there was that rumor about what was their superhero game they released beforehand?
Infamous?
Spider-Man?
No, like
Oh,
wasn't it Insomniac?
Overdrive.
No, the Sons of the
Infamous is what Tony said.
Infamous. Thank you, Infamous. Yes,
Okay.
Corey got it.
No,
I
I
said
said
it!
Tony
I
said it.
I didn't hear you say it. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say that. I'm sorry. Everybody was saying stuff. I missed you saying it. So Infamous, yeah. I think we get a remaster.
From
Okay.
who? Blue Point?
Why?
Blue Point doesn't
not
exist.
them.
I know that
But-
that was the joke.
Yeah.
They closed down the studio that could have done a good job on a remaster.
Yeah.
Jim,
I
you're
do think we're gonna
snub-
get
you're-
remasters.
you're
No,
snipping
Sucker
Hope
Punch
Hero.
did Infamous, by the way.
They're not
Sucker
gonna
Punch.
do-
Sucker Punch?
Oh,
Is it even
Sucker-
around?
okay.
What did they Sucker Punch doing?
Maybe that's it. Infamous 3.
I mean, they did the Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah,
they're
that-
not
the
doing
ghost.
that, yeah.
They're the ghost people. Yeah, they're not doing
Oh,
that.
they're the ghost people. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not doing
They-
that.
they'll
But I do
change
think we
that.
get something like that.
I don't see them cannibalizing the Insomniac superhero genre that they got
No,
going.
they
so
They
I don't
also
think
did the
they're
Sly
gonna do
Cooper series too, Jim.
that.
Ah,
I don't
Okay.
know if there's going to be surprises here. I just think it's those three we said. I think we're going to get a lot of Wolverine, like almost 90% of it Wolverine.
Right.
Some sort of update on Intergalactic, and maybe something about the God of War spinoff. And I don't know if there's much else, but that's all you need if there's enough of those. But
Yeah.
I mean,
See.
from the first party perspective, if they're going by the mantra of, things released by next fall, that's fine. But they can also do their, second party efforts like Stellar Blade 2. They could do that if they're partnering.
Which
with
I
Square
think they said Stellar Blade's developer said they're gonna produce it themselves and develop
Oh,
it.
okay.
Or
So then, yeah.
they're
But I
they're
mean-
not gonna have Sony.
But I mean, games
involved.
like that, right? Because
Mhm.
I will give
Yeah.
credit to Sony that they will take a game and be like, hey, we'll help fund this in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form, which
Yeah.
is a good move, right? So I do think there'll be some surprises from that, that kind of deal, third party exclusive or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
But I mean, that's the hope. If they don't show Intergalactic and
Shoot it.
God of War, I'm gonna be like, bro, what are you doing? What are we doing here?
We'll see. All right, that's next. That's the second, I think. That's the
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
next
our podcast,
Tuesday
so.
before our podcast,
All right.
right before it.
Other news we've got. Let's see. The Witcher. Witcher. So this is a weird thing. Thursday, May 28th.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a special anniversary stream of Witcher 3 Blood and Wine.
Weird.
What?
Why?
It's weird timing, right? I don't know.
Anniversary.
So, yeah, it's
So you-
anniversary, but
But are we looking for something else other than what they're saying? Is what you're saying?
that's what I'm saying.
100%. We've talked about
Yes.
this before.
Okay.
You're going to be in next
This is-
new
so we-
Witcher 3 DLC.
We think so. This is now. All right.
Oh.
Let's see.
I mean, I think so because they're not gonna be ready with 4. So,
No.
you get DLC for it. So I think that's where we get. That's this week. So we'll know about it next week. See what they give us.
That'd be cool.
Yep, we got Warhorse confirming that new Kingdom
this
Come
is-
game is.
Yeah, I'll get
What's
into this because this is kind of confusing because this is only like
Is it
half of
though?
the story. Yeah, because they announced first that they're going to make a Middle Earth game. This
That's
is the
what I
Kingdom
saw,
Come.
yeah.
These are the Kingdom Come people, and
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for that, but some people are excited. But and then they're like, oh, by the way, our next Kingdom Come game is going to be out next year. I'm like, what? So something is weird. I don't they're either lying way too optimistic or we're getting glorified DLC.
An
as a
open,
game.
well, an open world game developed that quickly. I can't see it happening.
No,
There's
I
no
mean
chance.
like
Yeah.
Kingdom Come 2 took, like 7-8 years. So
Yeah.
I don't exactly understand what they're saying, but
It's going to be some weird spin-off.
yeah,
That could be. Side
it's
story.
strange. I do think it should be.
Gwent.
No, I mean, I would expect it to be reusing Kingdom Come 2 pretty much, and like I guess a glorified DLC, like I said, like but it's just weird that they're taking both on, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I kind of don't want this studio to spend any time messing with that when they can make Kingdom Come 3 sooner. But a
Are
lot of
there
people don't
like,
agree with me. So what do you guys think?
well, is the Kingdom Come characters like characters that you want to see continue on in a story?
He's, I think Henry in Kingdom Come and Hans, his noble sidekick, or really he would say the opposite since he's his like squire, but I think iconic already, and they're the voice actors who like stream the game, who also their capture actors. It's just a great sort of chemistry and community with those two. So yeah, the Henry
Oh,
and Hans
cool. It's fun.
adventures. I'd love to see that go on as long as we can get it.
Okay. No, that's what I would say because like that's the only thing. It's like are the characters that people want to see continue because obviously Lord of the Rings characters people care a lot more about
Yeah.
in the global scale.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to sell
The
way
idea,
more
but
than, yeah, than
I
Kingdom Come
think
2
so.
did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Middle Earth game with that
If
studio
it's
behind it. Yeah, absolutely.
if the game, if it's good,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
the
that's that
Hitman
studio.
team doing James Bond. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we
right?
can
But
continue with Agent 47,
part
but we got this character who's like globally known, and like even though there's a Hitman 47 movies or multiple of them, like James Bond's a way bigger character, way bigger like get
Yeah, they had to
like
go with it.
brand.
They had to go with it.
right,
Absolutely. Better
but
better license.
the whole idea of Kingdom Come is that there's no magic and it's very historically accurate and almost simmy, like life simmy. Like none of that is what you expect from a Lord of the Rings property. So I don't know if they have the chops really for something like that, or if it's a good use of their time, frankly.
Well, maybe that's what they want to do. Like, oh, we've been doing this for the past say, 10 years or 8 years, whatever it is that they've been developing Kingdom Come. It's like, oh, let's try something different. People get
Right.
bored. They want to do
I know
different
they
things.
they
I mean,
can
look
want
at
what they
Bungie.
want. I can
Bungie
want
got
what I
bored.
want. I don't think it's a good idea, but
And
whatever.
we'll get even like
Look at
Naughty Dog.
Rocksteady.
Naughty Dog went
Yeah.
from making Jack and Dexter games to Uncharted to Last of Us, and now
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's
developers
still kind of in
change.
their wheelhouse. It's an open world RPG. It just deals with magic and
Yeah.
included in their combat. That's all.
Yeah.
You're just adding magic to it.
We shall see, but obviously that one is further off than the alleged
Yeah,
Kingdom Come game from next year. But I'm still very skeptical of that.
that's a
So
side story. There's no doubt. So,
right,
and then lastly, I just got the Sega tease for Crazy Taxi. Announcement for Crazy Taxi coming. I thought that was crazy. Taxi.
Taxi.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew they were
Um,
making it, right?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they had teased that before.
Summer
I
Game
never,
Fest.
I
Right.
never
What
got
do you
into
think?
these. Yeah, probably. I'm a
Yeah.
big Sega guy. I never got into Crazy Taxi though.
Eh, they're
So
fun. Like I remember playing it while I was working. I'm sorry, EB Games, because it would be in the kiosk there. I just play that, and that's only
Mm.
the only time I play it because it is monotonous to me. It was like very repetitive.
You know,
Uh, but people love them. They're very popular games. So
mhm.
they're kind of arcadish. That's why the idea of it is kind of sit down and
Yeah.
have fun.
I just
Yeah.
don't know what
So
kind of market exists for that type of game. Like,
yeah.
the existing racing games are usually more simmy, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I forgot about the other news.
Whatever. Sega's
Yeah,
in a
we'll see.
Sega's in a fucking rut right now. They need they need a lot of help.
They need something. Yeah. What do you think
Sure,
about
then
Rocket
get
League?
lots of views.
Hmm?
Yeah. What do you think about Rocket League and Unreal Engine 6?
Cool.
Man, I haven't played in a while. Okay.
They're gonna just get rid of 5 that quickly because I guess 5 is pretty broken. Unreal Engine.
People don't like 5.
No one likes it.
It's hard to work
Yep.
with.
Yeah.
And
So they're
it's,
moving right on to 6. Quick
we'll
turnaround.
see. We'll see. I don't know. Unreal
Rocket
also
League looked it.
needs some help because apparently they're not doing well.
Yeah.
Most of the industry.
They had a problem with that.
That's the
Yeah.
That's
The whole industry. So, all right, that's the end of this podcast. It's gonna wrap it up, folks. We're gonna see you guys next week. We have Game Fest coming very soon, so a lot of stuff to talk about shortly. Like I said, we have that Sony stream I think before we have our podcast, so we'll be going right up to it right away. So stay tuned for next week. Once again, Twitch live if you want to be with us, join us live or watch us over on YouTube. Subscribe to both. That way you know when we post. We'll see you guys next week. We are out.